Okay, hello and welcome back to the Tech Dungeon. Today we have a couple of 2019 21.5-inch iMacs. The one on the left I have not even looked at yet. It's still in the box. This was like a blind porch pickup on Facebook Marketplace. I think I put 40 bucks in the guy's mailbox, and I just took this iMac off his porch as we had agreed upon. He told me that the display was broke. He dropped it or something like that, but I don't know much else about it. Hopefully there's really an iMac in there. I haven't even opened the box. It's been sitting in the Tech Dungeon for about 4 months, probably. The one on the right, there's a little note on it: mystery machine traded for Mac Mini, has no video, no chime. If you put your ear to it, you can hear the fans spinning, but not much else is crack-a-lacking in that one on the right. So the plan is to combine these two and have one magnificent Frankenstein's iMac. I don't know the specs on these. I just know they're both 2019 21.5s. Should be pretty easy. Okay, let's unbox this Facebook Marketplace iMac. This is the one. The screen is supposed to be broken, but the computer is supposed to work. I'm really hoping to use the innards of this with the other computer. But I soon discover that not only is the screen broken, but the metal frame is super bent. So what I'm gonna have to do is take the logic board and everything out of this and put it in the other machine. I can't just do a simple display swap. All right, so we're gonna power on this iMac and see what happens. See if any sparks fly. The guy said it worked, so hopefully it does, because I do want those innards. And it powers on, so that is awesome. I probably have enough inside this iMac to get the other iMac working, and then I'll just be left with a pile of broken glass and crooked metal, which I will recycle at a local facility. And by local facility, I mean that I will put it in a Staples shopping cart and sneak it in and then run out really quickly and hope that they take care of it. All right, I got some gloves on. Let's rip this thing apart. I'm just using a knife to remove this. I'm not using the standard cutting tool because it does not matter. This is just e-waste, unfortunately. Hopefully it's e-recycled. You can see here there is a spinning hard drive in there, but it booted really quick, so I'm pretty sure that this has a fusion drive set up. So I bet there's a PCIe solid state drive behind that logic board, but we won't know until we pop that logic board out and have a look-see. All right, I've got the dead iMac here, taking a listen. I just confirming I could still hear the fans. And I am using the iFixit branded pizza cutter display remover for this one. Okay, yoinking the logic board and PSU and hard drive and everything out of this donor computer. Not really keeping track of screws or anything because it doesn't matter. They're not going back in here. They're just going into my little box of screws. All right, and as suspected, we did have a fusion drive set up in the donor computer. I don't really have any use for this tiny little 32 gigabyte solid state drive, but I will take the 1 terabyte hard drive and put it in our Frankenstein computer that we're building. Um, Almost certainly that other logic board does have a sizable solid state drive behind it because it did not have a spinning hard drive or SATA cables coming over. So that means it has something back there. So probably like a 256 gigabyte solid state drive. And we won't set it up as a fusion in the new computer, but we'll just set them up together. So it'll have that one solid state drive and then also the 1 terabyte hard drive. So it's just a little bonus. And we might as well use that 1 terabyte drive since we got it. And before I fully swapped this logic board, I just wanted to swap out the PSUs really quick, see if that might have been the issue. This one did look a little weird. It's probably just like that residue from the flux remover. But whatever, just gonna test out the PSU before I do the full logic board swap. Alright, just cleaning up the power supply a little with my air compressor. It was a little dusty, nothing terrible, and now it is better. And I just want to mark which one is the good one so that I don't get them confused later. Um, and now we'll know that this one is the one that works. It's a method. All right, pop in this donor PSU in here to see what kind of results we get. Powering on, I've got 2 lights without the display, 2 lights with the display, no display popping up, same behavior as with the other PSU. So, total waste of my fucking time. Moving on. Okay, prepping our Frankenstein computer, marking the good logic board with an inconspicuous little thing so that we know what's good and what's bad, and we can keep track and not put the bad thing in where the good stuff goes. I really hope you're enjoying this video of the back of my head. I don't think I was fully aware of how gray my hair is going. I'm super depressed and fuck. Holy fucking shit, is that a goddamn bald spot? As you can see here, I totally did things backwards and had to, just like in my haste to like figure out if it was gonna power on or not and work, I screw the PSU in all the way, but the hard drive bracket has to go in there first, and shit like that. Constantly shit like that. All right, we're getting to the moment of truth, and yes, it powers on. You can see there somebody had Windows installed on this, so we're just booting into recovery, and had to erase the data. Somebody wasn't fully signed out. Erase that, booting again, going into recovery, and it's working. We've got both hard drives, or the hard drive and the solid state drive, showing up. We've installed Sequoia on the solid state drive, and there's our specs. It's a 6-core i5 with 16 gigs of RAM and 4 gigabyte video, and we have the 256 or 250 gigabyte solid state drive plus our 1 terabyte hard drive. So it's awesome. Okay, final steps. We're putting our adhesive strips on. Normally I get like iFixit ones, but it just wasn't easy to get those these times. So these are called like LaFix or something. They're on Amazon. They had really good reviews. You hear horror stories about people using these, and then like a week later they come into their office and their display is smashed onto their desk in front of their computer. I don't know. I've never experienced that even, but I usually buy the iFixit ones. Anyway, I'm not super worried with the 21.5. It's so much lighter, much more nervous about the 27-inch iMacs having that happen. Yeah, so I'm just, hooking everything up and then pressing it in and then praying that it works, and it does. So we are good. And now I just got to clean it up, pair it with a keyboard and mouse, and I guess I'll list it on eBay. Maybe I'll try to sell it locally. I don't know. I got that box. We'll see. How much do you think I'll get for it?